What's the good in healing if I am only healed when I am by myself? What is the good in healing myself if it's not going to reflect within community? If I can only be my best self in solitude, but not in community, what's the good in it? I had spent the tipping point of my healing journey in solitude and being by myself because I was so hurt and so tired from years, decades of being hurt by the world, a little victim of sorts. And I took it all personal and had decided that I'm going to cut myself off to everything and I'm going to stay by myself. And at the moment, I truly believe that this was the best thing for me. And I really took the time. I really worked on myself. I was, doing the writing, the journaling, the expression and writing. I was educating myself on my symptoms and ways to cope with my symptoms that I was feeling. And I got myself into this part where I was able to really neutralize myself in a way that I felt like I was at peace. It wasn't until that I got into a relationship after spending so much time by myself that it really opened my eyes to how much work that I did, but how much of that work really required a second person, a third person, a community. What is the good if I'm going to heal myself, but only for the good of myself? The only way I can test my work is by incorporating it, by putting it to the test. When I got into a relationship, it really tested my coping mechanisms, my triggers. It's very easy for me to be like, I'm healed, I'm feeling great, nothing can take me out of my peace, until an actual trigger gets me triggered. I don't know. I think it's called exposure therapy, where to get over something you have to be exposed to it. I have noticed I have done a lot of things by myself that my exposure has went from 100 to 0 because I completely cut it off. But that's not what healing is for me. That's not healing. I am learning to change my perception of what being healed is. If I'm unable to put myself into these situations, and not so much put myself into a uncomfortable situation, but if I'm unable to cope with things in the same way that I would be able to if I was alone, I'm not really healed. I'm not really past it. I'm not telling myself that I need to throw myself into like the lion's den, but I need to put myself into a petting zoo. I need to stop being scared and shying away from throwing myself back into community. Feel the shame that I think that I'm scared of feeling, the judgments, the critiques, the everything. If I think that I'm so healed, I should be able to handle these things in a way that is as if I was by myself. I really appreciate the relationship that I have with my man, because he has shown me so much and has brought me back to reality so many times. And the patience that he has given me, it has really healed parts of myself that I never thought that I would be able to get through. What is the good in healing if I'm not able to incorporate it into community? Community helps with feeling like I belong. hope that you can understand